Hey everyone, thank you for stopping by Living to Do's movie review of Exhibiting Forgiveness. This movie is starring Holland, he plays the lead, Terrell. Andra Day, she plays Aisha, and Aunjanue Ellis-Taylor plays Joyce. Terrell is an artist. He seemingly depicts American life moments on canvas. His artwork is featured in galleries and is highly sought after. He is married to Aisha, played by Andra Day. She is a singer-songwriter, and together they have a little boy named Jermaine. Terrell has night terrors, and they're severe. His wife wakes him up from the night terrors and she really wants him to see a doctor about them. After the night terrors, Terrell goes into his art studio and he starts destroying his own artwork that shows boys playing outside and even a lawnmower that's caught on fire. Later, we find out that the artwork are depictions of moments of his life. Terrell's father, LaRon, is a hard-working homeless man. And in the movie, LaRon is cleaning cars and outside of a liquor store. One day, there is a robbery in progress, and LaRon steps in and he saves the store owner's life, or he intervenes, and he gets beat up by the robbers, and the robber breaks his ribs. LaRon drags himself to a home. It's the home of his brother. His brother didn't even recognize him. He put a gun on him because he's homeless and his hair is overgrown. He looks very disheveled, very dirty. And of course, the man doesn't want him in his yard. He sees that it's his brother. He brings him in. He cleans him up. Later, his brother's wife comes home and sees that LaRon is in her house. She's instantly mad. She wants him out because apparently he stole jewelry from her for drugs. Terrell's mother is played by Aunjanue Ellis-Taylor, and his mom gets an unplanned visit from LaRon. LaRon has finally got himself together. He's off drugs. He goes to AA and he goes to church regularly and consistently. Joyce is very happy to see LaRon. Joyce said that LaRon is the hardest working crack addict she ever knew. LaRon's life was hard. He got Joyce pregnant while they were teenagers. LaRon's father was a preacher and he believed that LaRon's child was a bastard child and called him a pickaninny. As Terrell grew up, LaRon was a hardworking man. He worked hard as a handyman. He took a lot of odd jobs. He took stuff to the dump to make money, and he was mowing people's lawns. Terrell went with him on some of those jobs. He was really hard on Terrell to work even harder. One day, Terrell stepped on a rusty nail and he yelled in pain. His father gave him no sympathy and thought his injury was no big deal. He told Terrell because he was black it was no big deal and it didn't matter. And Terrell was furious. After working a long day with an injured foot, they were on their way home, and LaRon stopped off to buy drugs from the local drug dealer, and Terrell witnessed the whole transaction. This made Terrell even more furious. He was so mad he walked himself home with his badly injured foot. When he got home, his mother got him medical attention. After that, LaRon wasn't in Terrell's life for about 15 years. And this is where Terrell is grown up and he meets with his mother, who wants him to speak with his father. She wants them to have some type of relationship. The two finally have a sit down, and LaRon opens up to Terrell. He tells Terrell about his drug addiction and how it started. He was actually trying to save his niece from taking drugs, and she kept offering it to him, and he finally took it, and it was the best feeling he ever had. He tells his son Terrell how his father was hard on him, and this was the reasoning he had for being hard on Terrell. It was the only way he knew to be. Isn't it crazy to think that trauma and abuse are the only ways to raise a child? It's also strange that some people transform their trauma and abuse to art of some kind that others find high value in and pay good money for, such as in books, paintings, music, and movies. This movie was really about good people growing up hard in the cycle of abuse and breaking the cycle. At the end of the movie, Terrell carved himself out of one of the paintings. I think that symbolized new beginning, breaking the cycle, and forgiveness. I wonder how the next generation will benefit from being parented differently. I do recommend this movie. I think it was a really good movie. It's a depiction of a true American life. Thanks for staying with me to the end. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and I thank you in advance.